Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will discuss the important topics of operating system module wise. So if I discuss the first module, in this, the important topics are, first of all, there can be a question that you have to just give the overview of the operating system. So you have to make the diagram and you have to explain its components. Then another important question is you have to explain the features of operating system. This is quite a very easy question. Both the questions are very easy. Third question is types of operating system. So you need to explain batch operating system, multi-programming, concept of multi-programming, multitasking, multiprocessing, time sharing in real-time operating system. So there can be a question that they may ask you or explain all the different type of operating systems, or there can be a question that explain the difference between multi-programming, multitasking, or multiprocessing, or there can be a short note on time sharing operating system or real-time operating system. So anyhow, it is a very easy question. So you just have to go through all the operating system, as this is the first module, and here we are getting the overview. Everything, whatever we are studying here, will be in detailed explanation in the coming module. So in that you will get to know what operating system is. Now, coming to the second module, that is process management. Here, what are the important questions that can come in exam? The first is you have to explain the process state diagram. So, you first of all have to make the diagram, and then you also have to explain the different states of the diagram and its relevance. The second important question can be types of schedulers, and you know the different type of schedulers are short term scheduler, mid term scheduler, and long term scheduler. I must say that this is one of the most important topic from process management, so don't ignore it. And students are generally confused between the short term and long term schedulers. So carefully study it and explain it in the exam. Third is convoy effect, that we very well know it arises in FCFS. And there is one more term, that is aging, that comes under priority scheduling algorithm. So they may ask you what is convoy effect or aging, and how can we resolve this aging problem, right? So this is also very important. And then of course, there will be 100% one question from the numericals of CPU scheduling. The different CPU scheduling algorithms are FCFS, SJF, priority, and round robin. There are very less chances that you might get a question from FCS and priority because they are very easy. So certainly there is a chance that you will get a question on round robin, where you are given a quantum that has to be applied on all the algorithms, and you can also get a question on SJF, but SJF with preemption, that is SRTF, shortest remaining time first. Okay, so there are high chances that you may get a question on SRTF and round robin. So you will get numericals on SJF and round robin. Okay, then coming to the third module, that is synchronization. This is one of the topic that is paid least attention in operating system, and also covered in the last in the exam, so in the semester. So basically students also don't have much clarity about this topic, so this is of not great weightage in the theoretical exam, and you'll hardly get one or two questions from this. That will be around 6 to 10 marks. So in synchronization, you should know what is critical section, and you should know semaphore as a basic, and then you should know the reader and writer's problem and producer consumer problem. So that is all you can do from here. Then coming to deadlock. In deadlock, the first important question is necessary conditions of deadlock, and this is very very important. You have to explain all the necessary conditions. You know what are the conditions? There are four conditions: mutual exclusion, hold and wait, no preemption, and circular wait. Fine. And the second important topic is Banker's algorithm. So again, this is in deadlock, the most important question is Banker's algorithm. There is high chance that you might get a question from here. So you have to actually find out whether there will be deadlock or not by applying the Banker's algorithm. Then you may also get some numericals on deadlock related to number of processes and resources. Fine, you have to find out the minimum number of resources or minimum number of processes given, or you can get maximum number of resources or maximum number of processes according to whatever the question statement is given. Okay, so this topic is also very very important, and the questions related to this topic is very easy. The fourth topic is methods of deadlock prevention. Out of these four, this is having the least priority, but these three are very, very important, out of which you should certainly do these two topics. Now, coming to the next module, that is memory management. Of course, the most important part of your operating system. This is the most important module. Cover every single thing from this module. Don't leave anything. But still, there are some topics which are very important that you should go. You should revise and revise at the last moment. Okay. Chaliye. So first topic is memory allocation scheme. So sometimes, even the categories under a given topic are not even clear to students because they revise the thing at the last moment. So basically, if you are having an exam, you are, doing the whole syllabus in 2 nights. So sometimes you know the concept, but you don't know what comes under that topic. So here in memory management, there are different things that you should know. Like in memory allocation scheme, you should know what are the schemes: first fit, best fit, worst fit. Okay. Just like this, we also have a question where you should have to explain what is page replacement scheme and what are the types: FIFO, LRU, and optimal. So what I'm trying to say from this is, if you are revising any subject, though you know the concept, but first of all, you should also know the main types and categories under a given question, so that if it comes in your exam, you don't get confused and you can explain it very well. And sometimes if these headlines are given to you, means if you know the main key points, then certainly everything will come to your mind and you can explain it very well in the exam. So in memory management, this is a very important topic: memory allocation scheme, first fit, best fit, and worst fit. So you can be given a numerical, or you can simply be given to compare these three strategies and their advantages and disadvantages. Then certainly, for sure, 101% there will be a question on paging. So you must have discussed that in the class. So paging numerical is for sure. Then you might be also given a question where you have to explain the difference between internal and external fragmentation, or when and why internal and external fragmentation arises. This is again very, very, very important. Then talking about the next question, that is page replacement schemes and its purpose. Means if you are, let's say, if I'm saying memory allocation scheme or page replacement scheme, you should also know its relevance also. Just not focusing on the types of the given technique, you should also know its purpose. So they might also ask you what is the purpose of the scheme, and then explain the different strategies under it. So page replacement scheme includes FIFO, LRU, and optimal. So they may ask you, out of all these three, which is the best. So optimal is best in this case. So similarly, they can ask you in this, which is the best, right? Similarly, in disk scheduling algorithm, they may ask you which is the best and which is the worst. In CPU scheduling also, they can ask you which is the worst or which is the best. So you should know that. You should know the comparative analysis of all the techniques. So and then we have Bellardi anomaly that comes under FIFO, page replacement scheme. So once you will do that, you will be very clear with this also. Now there are questions related to the short note. So you may get a short note on overlays, swapping, thrashing, demand paging, and virtual memory. So you have to also explain the diagram as well as the theory related to it. So once you are clear with the diagram associated with these terms, you can very well explain that, right? So the most important topic of memory management is, you will definitely get a paging numerical. You will somehow or somewhere being asked about internal and external fragmentation, and also you need to explain page replacement schemes and its purpose, and any short note on any of these topics, right? Now coming to the next module, that is secondary memory management. Here there are very few questions that you can get because this is a very small module. First is disk structure, where you need to explain the different components of your disk, right? And those components are, we have platter, and all the platters together is called as disk, means the assembly of platter is called as disk, and all the disks are being assembled by the spindle. And then every no platter is divided into tracks. Every track is further divided into sectors. So all these terms are important. Then we have disk arm is there, and we have read write head. So all the components explain very well. So again, here also, if you know the main context of the particular topic, you can explain every other related term. Now there is a chance that you might get a short note on the or a difference on seek time, rotational latency, and access time. So you should be very clear about this. And instead of just giving the theoretical explanation, better you make a platter, and on that platter make the tracks and sectors, and explain how this relational time, receipt time, and rotational latency arises. Okay. And then the other important topic is disk scheduling algorithms. And again, you should know the different disk scheduling algorithm, that is FCFS, SSTF, scan, C-scan, look, and C-look. So here in this, there is a highest chance that you will get a question from scan, C-scan, look, and C-look, because FCFS and SSTF are very, very easy. Everyone can do. So if the examiner wants to confuse you, they will definitely give you a combination of scan or look, or C scan or C look, like this. So be careful about it and just revise it properly. Okay. And there can be short notes on buffering, caching, and spooling. This is also very, very important. But they are not going to ask you in detail. Simply they'll ask you what is caching, explain with the help of example, or spooling, explain with the help of example. Fine. So the most important topic of this module is disk scheduling algorithms. Though these are, see, if I talk about other topics, I have not mentioned any other topic which is not related or important. And I've tried to figure out the important topics out of every module. But still, in every module, also, I'm mentioning you the most important one that are definitely going to come. And they are the favorite of almost all the teachers in different universities and colleges. Fine. And the last is file systems and security, where you have to just explain what is file system. You have to give its introduction, and you have to explain what are the operations of file system. Along with that, you should also know the different types of file allocation schemes. You should know their advantages and disadvantages, right? Similarly, I just forgot to mention you one point, like page replacement scheme. Again, there is a less chance that you will get page replacement related to FIFO, though it used to come in earlier exams, but definitely there will be a chance that you will get a question from LRU and optimal. Fine. And here, from here you can get a means here, this question, from this question you can get any of the options. So this is all about the important topics of your operating system. That's all. Thank you so much.